Hi everyone, Brian from Bearable Traders. Wednesday night, April 1st, kicking off the new quarter and just going over how we're doing this week. It's been another pretty volatile week here. We had a big down day today, as you can see, and tried to rally off the drop at the open, but just couldn't manage it and sold off. We had a little bit of a bounce at the end of the day there, probably some short covering rallying. Short covering at the end of the day there, but futures are up right now. Just check those out. They're up, so looks like we're gonna maybe bounce back a bit. Some of the standout stocks today were stocks like Carnival, really just sold off, ended up below. I don't know where it ended, but I know it was trading below 9 close to the end of the day there. It was in the 8s and just taken to the woodshed, as they say. So yeah, so that's it. Everything's looking pretty bearish right now, but we'll just keep watching and see what's going to happen next. You can see here what's been performing well. I haven't looked at this for a while, but you can see on the weekly, healthcare has been sort of a standout here. And even today, healthcare was up there. Healthcare, utilities, the safety trade, technology sort of hanging in there on a month basis. You can see still healthcare and technology hanging in there, and those are the ones I think that are probably going to do well going forward. Certainly healthcare is on the radar of a lot of people, and technology is going to be is basically kind of a how do we want to say this, it's kind of what's keeping us all connected. It's allowing us to work from home. It's the kind of glue that's holding us all together here, and I think it'll continue to be that way. So let's take a look at the indexes quickly. Here we can see the day that was gap down, indecision candle on transports, a little bit of increasing volume there. RSI rolling over a little bit, may mean we're probably going to head lower. The MACD is starting to roll over a little bit there too. Let's take a look at the 10-year. The 10-year is dropping again. Interest rates dropping. I think the dollar was just kind of neutral today. And the indexes, you can see here again, Dow dropped off the low, came off the low at the end of the day there. So wouldn't call it a really good indecision candle, but kind of just really in no man's land there. Volume was a little bit lighter than normal. RSI rolling over. So we may be heading lower here, despite the fact that we're maybe gapping up in the morning. 20 moving average, you can see here, it just rejected from that. And so I think that, sort of common belief among people is we're going to go back down at the very least, sort of test this at 19,000 area. I don't know if we'll actually get there. It's kind of what people are talking about. Quite often when they say that, it doesn't usually happen, but we'll see. IWM, again, a kind of a ugly day, off the lows, good volume. RSI weakening again, and again, are we going to go down and test that sort of 100 level? My guess is yes, but we'll see. And the Qs, almost the same comment here. Again, RSI rolling over a little bit, MACD showing a little signs of weakness. And sort of just pretty much everything, all the indexes the same, like we are in, there's a bit of a no man's land here. Same with RSI, MACD all rolling here. UUP, again, the dollar really didn't do much today, just kind of hanging in there. And the VIX. The VIX is kind of trailing off here, and I put a short in on VXX. I shorted it thinking it was going to be pulling back, and I think it will continue to slowly grind lower as the volatility comes out of this market and we settle in. We're going to, the VIX levels will come back down a little bit more, and they've already been sort of trading in. We'll watch this during the day trading session where the index will be dropping and yet the VIX won't be going up, which is sort of a typical correlation we saw in this side of the curve, and what you would typically expect, volatility going up as the market drops. But this sort of divergence led me to believe I think we're on the backside of this RSI curling up a little bit here. So it could be an opportunity. Let's take a look at what we've got on watch here. Still like KWeb. KWeb, we're just holding this 44 level here. Could be a good level to trade against, especially if we gap up tomorrow. And 45.60 is a 200-day. So it depends on how much we gap up, if it's worth taking a trade on it or not. Looking for that at least 2-to-1 risk to reward there. LK again holding this 25 level, looks like, and again could be good for a bounce, maybe could get up to 29, pushing 30 for this moving average. Again, depending on what kind of an entry you can get in the morning. I'm going to take that trade. MU, yeah, it's kind of a no man's land price action on this candle, so I'm not really sure where it's going. Kind of like race. I think I'll be watching race. I think I'll watch race tomorrow and see what it does. But it has been strong. Luxury cars, still not going out of style. And semis, probably going to rally back here if we get an update tomorrow. Could be back up to the 120s. Space bouncing off this 200-day moving average, and again I think if we get a reversal day tomorrow, maybe we'll bounce back up to sort of the 15 level. Let's keep an eye on the Scorpio tankers too. It's kind of an interesting stock. It's traded a little bit more, really sold off earlier, and it's come bouncing back here. So I'm still watching for a break of this moving average, and then maybe we can get up to, well, 22 would be the first level, and then maybe 24. And this one's one that is talk about, I think they do stuff like collaboration with groups, remote groups. So I think, and again, this actually had a pretty decent day. It gapped down with the rest of the market, but then sort of finished higher on the day. And so I think this potentially has especially on an up day, if we get a nice up day tomorrow, could run back up to this level here. So TNA, small cap, ETF. And this oil, it really looks like we may be putting in a bit of a bottom here. And looking at the MACD, it's kind of turning up. Looks like it's going to cross. I'm just looking at this accumulation distribution. It looks like it's been under a lot of accumulation over this period of time. You can have this chart rising as the price is dropping, but it gives you an indication of there's some accumulation of the stock. So I think it could actually do a little bit of a pop here, and you've got a level to trade against, sort of the 420, 415 level. And could be good for a pop up to 5 on a short squeeze, because I'm sure the oil market is very heavily shorted. I don't have any statistics on that right now, but I'm pretty sure that with this type of a price action, there's a lot of shorts in the market. So, and the VIX. This is the short I took on this stock. I actually did it with options, and I think that this is probably going to churn sideways and maybe drop off. It is sort of looking at support on the 20-day right now, but I think again if we have a gap up tomorrow, this will drop down and may continue lower. So yeah, so that's it. It's again a pretty volatile time. Difficult to find swing trades. You just never know which direction the market's going to open. Tomorrow it's not as predictable as most times in the marketplace. It's unusual times, and we'll just keep an eye on things and look for some good setups. So this is my book, How to Swing Trade. It's on Amazon if you haven't checked it out yet. And we'll be back in the Bear Bull trading room tomorrow morning. Peter and I have been doing the close, and we'll be doing the pre-market show at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. If you're going to join us there, we're live on YouTube. And that's about it. So have a great evening, everybody, and we'll see you in the morning if you're going to join us. Bye for now.